society with a billion heads is a house divided, a 6,000 layered society. The Indian society may be described as the shining example of the unity in diversity. But the fact remains that this great edifice is not a unistructure. It's a debris of 6,000 castes and groups, and those buried deep into this Indian casteistic debris are the Dalits. The Indian constitution honors them with the term scheduled caste. The lowest rung among the scheduled castes is the cobbler society of Madigas. The Indian tradition believes that the dead is not worthy of touching with hands because one gets defiled by touching the dead. When people do not touch their dead ones, who will clear the animal carcass? The caste system burdens the Madigas with the responsibility of clearing carcass that's putrefying and keeping the environs clean and healthy. The task has been attended to dutifully by the Madigas for the past 4,000 years. They are in short the traditional biochemists involved in everything that deals with the leather. From clearing the putrefied carcass to skinning the dead animals, and from preparing drums and beads to manufacture of leather footwear and other items. Madigas play a pivotal role in society. They obey orders dutifully, and yet what they get in return is the gift of untouchability. Madigas are the people whom the members of the upper layer of the Indian society abhor. They do not treat Madigas with honor, nor do they dine or mix with them freely. The Indian tradition has imposed on the Madigas the punishment which no society in the world would dare to think of, the punishment of untouchability. The Indian constitution has banned untouchability. In reality, the crime goes on, not in remote villages, but in the midst of cities and towns where modernity governs everything. This indeed is a sad tale worse than the tale of the blacks in the West. To quote the great Dalit poet Gurram Joshua, the social stigma of untouchability is so deep-rooted that even the divine river Ganges will find it hard to cleanse. Andhra Pradesh in South India attracted the world attention by its revolution in information technology. The Andhra society is projected as the most modern and advanced. This is just one side of the coin. The other side is horrible. It's a dark side inhabited by the leather workers. The Andhra society is 72 million strong. Of this, the scheduled castes make up 12 millions. The Malas constitute 5.5 millions and the Madigas 6.5 millions. 6% of the Madigas in Andhra Pradesh are still cobblers. They skin carcass, process the leather and manufacture footwear. As many as 350,000 Madiga cobblers constitute the unorganized sector in the leather industry of the state. Mahbubnagar district has the highest number of Madigas. Next comes the district of Warangal. The community has a considerable presence in Karimnagar, Anantapur, Kurnool, Rangareddy, Krishna, Medak and Prakasham districts. A recent survey showed that Mahbubnagar district has a Madiga population of 500,000. This is 15% of the total population there. Malas form another 4%. Despite the high percentage, the scheduled castes enjoy no rights. They continue to be oppressed. In certain far-flung villages, they are not permitted to sip tea with others. The entry into tea stalls is simply banned. Separate glasses are kept for them. The plight of the Madiga woman is indescribable. The horrifying system of Devadasi and Jogini still prevails in Telangana villages. Most of the Jogins are Madiga women. Under the system, Jogins and Devadasis are married to the god and their flesh is open to all. Madigas are inseparable part in the cultural and social life of the Andhras. They create the trumpet out of the horns of cattle. They bring out music through the beating of the chest. Chindunatya is in their blood. No Andhra fails to admire the musical and dance forms. Work and song make up their life. They add to the beauty of the Telugu culture. Of late, the political wheel is revolving around the hub of the Madiga society. Be it the ruling party or the opposition, the communist revolutionists or the rightists, all have now concentrated on the Madigas. This community fell prey to the nefarious attacks by the upper caste, the most infamous being the Karam Chedu episode. The Madiga Dandora, the movement for the categorization of Dalits, changed the course of political thinking and direction in the state for well over 4 years. The community occupied the center stage of politics. Madigas are by no means an inferior clan when it comes to the economic development of India. The community did not just remain within the leather field. It contributed to the growth of agriculture and industry through inventions that are simply marvelous. The Palamur labor has made a mark in the construction industry in the country. This migrant labor force from Mahabubnagar has become synonymous with construction work that's quite challenging, and Madigas formed a large chunk of this force. Ironically, what this community gets in return is not any boon. Curse, to be precise. Madiga cobblers today remain as the symbols of injustice, standing on the roadside, craving for their due. The entry of synthetic leather, polymer products and designer wear has dealt a death blow to the traditional cobblers. In coastal districts of Andhra Pradesh, the Madigas are diversifying to other trades. At least 10% still continue in leather industry with outdated tools. In Telangana, modern machinery has robbed the Madigas of their traditional leather work. Mahabubnagar district today is virtually left with no Madiga cobbler. They have diversified to other areas including agriculture, brickmaking and construction work. Caught in the fangs of perennial drought, Mahabubnagar does not offer them work even for full 3 months a year. Even during the agriculture season, what they earn after a hard day's toil is just rupees 30. Women are paid only rupees 20 each, not sufficient to make both ends meet. The depleting job resources have led to illiteracy in the community. Most of the Madigas are a mile away from education. Even the educated Madigas are faced with the crisis of self-respect. Andhra Pradesh is endowed with rich cattle wealth. Government estimates put livestock at 33 million, 21 million cattle and buffaloes, and 12 million sheep and goats. Half of the available hides and skins are from the fallen stock. There is no facility in rural areas to preserve and process them. As a result, 40% of the hides and skin just go rotten. Nandi Joseph, chemist at the Central Leather Research Institute CLRI, regrets that the National Exchequer has been losing about 10 billion rupees every year due to the lack of a comprehensive plan for complete utilization of animal hides and skins. The Leather Industry Development Corporation of Andhra Pradesh, LIDCAP, was set up during 1973 with a view to developing the leather industry and uplifting the Madiga cobblers. The government provided 47 acres of land near the Durgam Lake in Hyderabad for establishment of a spacious leather park. But the LIDCAP administration failed to deliver the goods. LIDCAP became sick like any other public sector unit. The state government has now proposed to sell the land allotted for the leather park. The Madigas are agitating for the protection of LIDCAP properties. The current atmosphere is not conducive for traditional arts. They lack sufficient training and know-how to update themselves to the fast-changing technological scenario. The Madiga community is groping in the darkness between the tradition and modernity. As the proverb goes, after every tunnel there is light. The JJ Society has emerged as a messiah of the Madigas. The society has been taking up social, spiritual and economic activities in the Balanagar Mandal of Mahabubnagar and Maheshwaram Mandal of Rangareddy districts for the past 3 years. The driving force behind the JJ Society is its founder General Secretary P. Suvarchala Sishikeran. She is an educated Madiga woman. JJ Society is marching forward step by step in its task to redeem the oppressed Madigas. The task ahead is Herculean, to free 6.5 million Madigas from the clutches of slavery and dark ages. The resources at hand are meager. The society invites you to turn this dream into a reality. A big task, a small beginning, and a giant leap for the oppressed Madigas in the offing.